Turning now to Johnny Depp on the stand for a third day in the $50 million defamation suit against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. This time being cross-examined by Heard's attorneys about everything from alleged drug use to violent text messages. NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson is covering the trial. Steve, a lot of text messages read in court today. What can you tell us about them?
A tome of text messages. And in fact, I would say maybe 80% of the entirety of the cross-examination has been Heard's attorney going over exhibits with Depp. And this has ranged anywhere from pictures of Johnny Depp reportedly passed out, reportedly high on drugs, pictures of drugs reportedly in Johnny Depp's custody, allegedly in Johnny Depp's custody, and most notably, as you mentioned, just dozens and dozens of text messages, some showing an apparent pattern of Johnny Depp's drug use. And they want to establish that because central to Heard's argument is that the drugs would often fuel the rage, and the rage would lead to physical abuse, where central to Depp's argument is that those claims were overblown, that there was a large period of sobriety, that he was constantly trying to get sober, and that he was prevented to do so by Amber Heard. But then the text messages, some of them got even more grotesque. We can play a little segment from the trial there where he's describing some text messages that went out to actor Paul Bettany about what allegedly he wanted to do to Amber Heard. Listen to this.
The next text down, you say, "Let's drown her before we burn her." 3 exclamation points. Did I read that right?
Yes, it's referring to the text prior to.
You didn't stop when you said, "Let's drown her before we burn her." After that, you made another comment. After you said, "Let's drown her before we burn her," Mr. Depp, you said, "I will her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead." That's what you said that you would do after you burned her and after you drowned her. Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes.
And you wrote that about the woman who would later become your wife?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oof.
Brutal to hear. It has been hours and hours of just that. Amber Heard's attorney presenting an exhibit that has a bunch of text messages, Johnny Depp responding to those text messages and confirming that he either did write them or didn't write them, and then moving on to the next exhibit. The court is just adjourned for a 15-minute break, but right up until that point, that's what we were seeing. Steph?
Well, it's pretty intense stuff, Steve. Let's keep in mind that this is a lawsuit filed by Depp himself. He has put himself in this position. He is suing his ex-wife, saying her claims of surviving domestic abuse ruined his career. How did Heard's attorneys counter those claims today?
Well, so far by directly addressing the op-ed, which is the center of all this, right? It's the reason why there's a trial in the first place. Amber Heard writing that 2018 op-ed about being a survivor of domestic abuse. Depp alleges that op-ed directly was about their relationship and has led to the reason why he's unable to work in Hollywood anymore. They focused on 2 things. One, the central argument of the op-ed, which doesn't name Johnny Depp in any way. That is certainly something that is true. But 2, also the nature of the way that Johnny Depp would work. And that's part of the reason why you're hearing so much about drugs and alcohol abuse. They're trying to establish the fact that Depp was maybe problematic well before that op-ed was read. And in fact, when confronted about being a cast member on Pirates of the Caribbean, which is the big franchise that Depp was let go of almost just days after that op-ed came out, the attorney confronted Depp saying, "You wouldn't want to be on Pirates anyway." And Depp said essentially yes. So they're trying to break down that argument alongside breaking down his character through all these exhibits and the cross-examination stuff.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.